Hello everybody, and thank you for stopping by. Welcome my friends and family. I'm going to try something today that I've actually never done before. I'm throwing some hamburger meat in this. Now I have a cast iron skillet here and I've lined it with plastic. I'm going to make a hamburger. This hamburger is going to be big, and I'm going to make it without a hamburger bun. Now the reason I'm putting the plastic in here is I'm going to shape this first. And I'm going to shape it by pressing down really hard. I want it to be about as big as the skillet is, okay? We're going to just press this on here, or press down on it, to get it out fairly big, okay? And then, I'm actually going to cook it in the same skillet, okay? I don't want this to be super thick, but I do, let me turn this around here. I do want it to be fairly big because I'm going to use a tortilla to make this with. Actually, I'm going to use 2 tortillas, okay, to make this with. Now, as you push on this, you want to make sure that the breaks in the hamburger meat that you notice, that you push the hamburger meat together so that way it doesn't fall apart. Because when you have breaks in your hamburger meat, let me see if I can show you here. You see how this right here kind of has like breaks in it? Well, you want to push the hamburger meat so that those breaks are not there. Because otherwise, the hamburger meat will fall apart. Now I don't want to do this too big because I do want it to fit the skillet, but I also want to fix all the breaks in it that might separate it. Now this is new to me, okay, so I've never done this before, but I seen a commercial for it in one of our restaurants here. You may have seen the commercial too. I don't know. I think they serve different things at restaurants depending on the area you live in. And it just hit me. Oh, wow, that would look so, taste so good. It looks so good. And I said this would taste good. And now, I'm not big on buying hamburger buns. I make my own. And so, I said, I didn't feel like making any today, and I've really been wanting to try this. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Now, we're going to get started here. Okay, I took this out of the skillet. I'm going to just season the top of this with some Himalayan sea salt. Now, you could use whatever you want. Steak salt, seasoned, steak, seasoning, whatever. And I'm going to, let me situate my camera here because I'm doing this by myself, and I'm going to try to lift this so that I can put this into the skillet and hopefully without making a complete mess of it. Now there you go, I got it in there, folks. All right. You see that? Let me show you here. That's it. Okay. Now you could put it in your skillet cold. My skillet was just barely starting to warm up, so I wasn't worried about the plastic melting in it. Okay. We're going to get this going here. And we're going to make a hamburger from tortillas. Okay, I have a pan here with some oil in it. I'm heating it up. I'm hoping it's hot enough because I'm going to put this tortilla in here, but I'm only going to brown this tortilla on one side. Now, if you don't want to do this, I don't think you have to, but I know that frying the tortilla gives it a really nice crispy taste to it, and I like that crispiness, and so I want that crispiness in this hamburger. And so I'm going to fry this, but only on one side, on each tortilla. The bottom tortilla and the top tortilla. Let me take a look at this. I don't think it's brown enough, no. And that's because my oil was not hot enough, so I'm going to have to leave it in there for just a little bit longer to get it nice and brown. I guess I should have let my oil heat up a little more first. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter. See how that tortilla bubbles up from that heat? I just want it to be slightly brown on the bottom, because that brownness will make it crispy. And I think that'll give it a better flavor. Now you see how that's starting to brown up there? You see? That's what I want on the bottom. And the next one, it'll be faster. Okay, we have our first one done. Now I'm going to put the second one in there. That's going to be our top. Okay? Let me move this out of the way, put it over here, and get my plate for the second one, for the top. And I'm going to put some mushrooms on this burger. I'll show you in a second when I get this part done. And I'll put some cheese. And lettuce and tomatoes and mayonnaise. All the good happy stuff you have on a hamburger, and mustard. Let's see. It's kind of puffing up towards the center. So I want to push this down to make sure that it gets brown. It doesn't have to be some really dark, you know, just enough to crisp it up a little bit. Oh, needs a little more time there. We're gonna get this hamburger here going. Okay, now what I'm gonna do here, this is the bottom. I'm going to put mayonnaise, a big helping of mayonnaise on this. And I'm going to spread it around, all around here. You see that? And then a nice squeeze of mustard all around. Let's see if you can see this mustard. I shook it, because you know how mustard gets liquidy? I'm hoping that it won't be so liquidy. Okay, we're going to squeeze some mustard on here. We're going to drizzle it a little bit everywhere. Okay? Then we're going to put some lettuce and tomato over here. We're going to put lettuce and tomato on it. All over. Getting some of it on my counter at the same time. Okay, now I drained the grease off this hamburger. It's already flipped. You're going to need 2 spatulas to flip it. I have some mushrooms that I heated up on the back burner here. I'm going to put these mushrooms on first. Okay? Then I'm going to put cheese on top. Over it. It'll help melt the cheese. It'll also, I think, help when you go to lift this up, to take it out, because you are going to need 2 spatulas to do this with. And so now I'm going to put the cheese on top. You see there's a little piece right here that's broken off, but that's okay. This is going to probably take about 4 slices of cheese. Whoops, my cheese is sticking to my plastic here. And I kind of want this to melt into the hot mushrooms. I heated them on a back burner here. And we're just going to kind of let that melt on top there. And then we're going to try to lift it. But I'm probably not going to be able to do that on camera, because I think I might need a second pair of hands to do this with. I'm not sure yet. I might not need a second pair. But I'm just waiting for this cheese to melt. I want it to be nice and gooey. Okay, the cheese is starting to melt fairly good on this. I'm going to try this, yay, with 1 scoop. Now, I will admit, an edge came off, but I don't really care. I'm going to pile this on here anyhow. And then, remember that top that I browned? There it is. Yes. We're going to push that on top of that. Now watch what we do. Let me move this plate out of the way. Okay, I'm going to cut this in half. Just like so. Now you can cut this in fourths if you want. Okay? But I'm going to do it in half here. Let me see if I can lift this. I don't know if I got that bottom tortilla cut. Take a look at that. Isn't that delicious? That little edge fell out there. But that's okay. This one, you can see the delicious mushrooms on it. I'm going to put it in its plate. Look at that. Yummy. That's it. Now, like I said, you can cut it in fourths if you want. You can. That little piece sticking out there, I'm going to stick that back up underneath here. Now, this is a way to make a burger if you don't have any buns. Now, I made my own tortillas, but you don't have to. You can buy your tortillas at the store, and you don't have to fry them if you don't want to. And like I said, you could even cut this away too. This could make 4, and I don't think this is far too much for one person, but there's only 2 of us right now, and I'm probably going to cut this in half. But this is a way to have a burger with no bun. And I bet you it is delicious. Well, God bless you, and thank you for stopping by. And may you have a very blessed day.